Hi, I'm going to start the new year out with showing you how to make pumps. These are the first good pair that I finished. And basically I just made the basic pump, and then I did went on YouTube, and they have a lot of websites that show you how to make these kandashi flowers. So I did that, and then I did these little bridal stamens in the bridal section, and I had a bag of them, and I coated them in green glitter. I had to coat them like 2-3 times till I got the coating that I liked on them, because you can't overcoat them because they'll actually drip. So then I put them up in the middle of the flower itself, and then to seal off that hole in the flower, I just put in a bunch of glitter on the bottom. And I used the same glitter to match the glitter trim that I put around the edge of the shoe. And that was my first attempt at pumps. Actually, when I started to make these pumps, I was trying to go for a Mary Jane shoe with a strap across, with either a Velcro strap or a snap to go here. And it's going to be the same pattern as the pump pattern that I use. I just have to mark my pattern to determine where that mark is going to be. But anyway, how I came up with the pattern is I made a cross between a U and a V. You can see it better on here. And my pattern is approximately, well, it's 1.5 inches wide, and then from the bottom to the center of where these two cross over is 4 inches, and then my opening here is 2 3/4, and then from one side to the other at the very top is 5 3/4 across. So basically that's the pattern you're going to use for the Mary Janes, the pumps, and probably house slippers too when we get to the house slippers. This was my first attempt, and I didn't make it near big enough, and wide enough, I should say. And so I redid it, and I expanded my pattern. This was my second attempt. And everything was good on this, except I made it too big, so I ended up having to cut off. I cut off about 1/8 of an inch on both sides, so I didn't have so much gathering to do here, and got a smaller fit. But this one on the doll, you can see a lot more of her toes than the one that you can see a little bit of her toes right there, which would be really cute for the Mary Janes when we get to the Mary Janes, because then the strap will go up across like this. Whereas if I tried to do the Mary Janes with this shoe, wrong one, it would still work, but you're not going to have as much space between that and the top. There's not that big of an opening. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up making this shorter when we get to the Mary Jane, so that you'll only have that little bit instead of have such a wide toe piece on that. Because this would be perfect for the Mary Janes, where this one raises a little bit higher than this one. Basically what I did was I cut out a piece for my next pair of shoes, and I found this black foam board at Michael's. It's not the thin stuff, it's the 7/16 of an inch, so it's almost a 1/2 inch, and I'm using that as my pinning pad now, where I can put my fabric directly on there, and it works better than pinning it onto cardboard, because I get a better look at what I'm actually going to end up with for my shoe design. And Plus I can get my doll's foot in there right now and get a good look at what it's going to look like. This is one of those, this is a organza flower that they're doing now on YouTube also. I guess you'd call this the carnation cut or the zinnia cut. And basically what it is, I just cut a bunch of circles and I use my hot gun, but I'm going to show you how to do this if you want to put these on some of your shoes. I might have made this a little too round for the shoes, but I think by the time the shoe's finished and I put it on, it'll be okay. But we'll see when we get there. As far as these foam shoes, foam soles, you can actually use them as soles on the shoes. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I'm going to, and I didn't like the finish on this, so I took the fabric paint. This is Scribbles from Michael's. It was $1.19, something like that. When this stuff dries, it dries almost like plastic. It has a little tacky feel to it. Not too bad, but a little bit. So I was thinking I could paint a tread on the bottom of these, but I didn't like how I painted. So instead what I did is I took a scouring pad and I tore off a piece of it, and I put my paint on top, and then I just squash it around like I'm doing texturizing on a regular paint, like wall painting or something. I'm just texturizing the bottom of the shoe. I texturized the side also. The nice thing about these foam boards, you can, once you cut them out like with regular scissors, you can get them very, very smooth just by using a fingernail file, or if you don't have a fingernail file, you can use a fine sandpaper and do the same thing with it. And you can get this so smooth and shaped up as perfectly as you do your bases on your tennis shoes. This one's a little smaller. This was an outside base, so it's a bigger base. But yeah, I'm going to try this on one of the shoes and see how it works, and maybe I can get away with not having to do a cardboard base. Just use these foam bases on some of the shoes that I make up. I won't do it on all, but I kind of think it's going to work real good, especially on like the boots. But we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes and whether or not I can get the fabric smooth enough underneath so that when I do glue it together, that it has a nice fit to it. Because you still have some pliability in these, even with the fabric paint does strengthen them, but you still have that pliability on it. Okay, so anyway, this is what our next project's going to be, is the pumps, and when I come back, we'll get started on making a pair of pumps. Okay, see you in a little bit.